Hey guys, it's Miss Witt coming at you live from my home at 6:30 this morning, up and early Monday. And our lesson today is on ratios and tables and graphs. So the first thing you need to know about ratios is that they usually are proportional. A lot of you guys learned that when you did your Google Slide project. So what you got to pay attention to, especially if you are working with a table, that you are paying attention to how they are proportional to each other. So, for example, if I have this chart, such as this, and I have 5, and I have 15, 7, and let's say I have a blank beside it, 9 and 27, and then let's say 11 and 33. You can either find the unit rate, is the unit rate means what is the rate of 1, or you can see how is this, what is a pattern that's going on. You can also look at it as a fraction if you want to. So if I made this a fraction, it'd be 5 over 15 is equal to 7 over, let's say, x for blank. X will be here. So you can do one of two things. You can do your cross multiplication and then divide it by 5. So set 15 times 7 would be 35, and that would be 10, so 105. So set 5 can go into 1 0 times, 5 can go to 10 2 times, which gives you exactly 10. Bring down your 5. 5 goes into 5 one time. So the answer would be 21. Some of you might be saying, well, Miss Witt, why did you do that? Because I just did 5 times 3 gives me 15. So if I'm being proportional, I would do the same thing to the next row. So I would say, what is 7 times 3, which would also give me 21. And then you can kind of see the pattern keeps going because they are proportional. So that is just basically, I showed you two ways that you can do it, where the first way was we changed it to a fraction, and then we did my cross multiplication, and then we divided, or we found how are they proportional by what are they multiplying by. So those are two different ways that you could do this. Let's see, also, sometimes you might see with ratios, that was working with a table, but sometimes they also work with a graph. So if they work with a graph, same thing. You gotta find out how are they relational. So if I have a graph that looks like this, and then I have these plots that are going up in such a way, and usually if it's, oops, let me do a different color. Usually if it's relational, it's gonna be an exact diagonal that's gonna go up, okay? So they might say, what would, using the given graph, how much money would be earned at let's say 4 hours? These are hours. Oops, sorry, let me erase that. Let me take that back. These are our hours, and this is our money, okay? So again, how much would be earned at, let's say, 6 hours? 6 hours. So how much money would be earned after 6 hours? Well, I go and I look for the 6 hours, which should be right here. And I want to go to find that dot. And then what is going across? And across from that would be 8 hours. So, or sorry, $8. So for every 6 hours, we earn $8. If I want to know how much money do they earn in, let's say, um, 9 hours, then that would 9 hours, I would believe, would be right here. And again, I would look up how much money did he earn, and it looks like he probably earned $12. So because 12 would be between the 8 and the 16, just like the 9 is between the 6 and 12. But you could also do your proportional graph. You can always figure out what's in 1, okay, and then make your proportional graph. Or you could have used this fraction. You could have said 6 hours for every $12. How much money would it be for 9 hours? So you could do your diagonal and then divide like we did earlier. Okay, so hopefully that might help you with your work today. And again, if you have to, go back and relook at this video if you have any questions. And I look forward then to see you tomorrow. Also, please, please, please make sure you're making up your work from last week if you have not done your Google form quizzes from last week. Make sure you click on it and that's already said submitted. Have a good afternoon, and I look forward to seeing you at our Google Meets on Wednesday. Bye-bye.